Hello guys! In this section, we will talk about other secrets of my grandfather. It was a beautiful and sunny Saturday morning. My father was still playing games. By now my father had become a smart boy and was listening to all of my grandfather's words. When the sun came up, my father's eyes also opened. My grandfather called him to the room and my father went to my grandfather. Grandfather to my father, "Son, can you bring my walking stick to me?" "You know," he said, "I can't walk anymore and I need my walking stick." My father took the cane and suddenly started flying round and round. What he didn't realize was that he would be teleported into space with his walking stick. He was suddenly teleported into space and was left with a stick in his hand. He dropped his stick and started walking. He had no idea how to escape. He kept walking and finally encountered an alien. He was very scared at first, but when the alien started walking, he realized that it was a friend. The alien asked him how he got here. My father also said that my grandfather was holding his walking stick and suddenly teleported here. Once the alien understands the situation, you can no longer teleport it to Earth with a walking stick. You will need a space shuttle. Actually, there is a space shuttle that I know of. I can show you if you want, he said. My father said yes. It would be great. Show me immediately. They walked together and the space shuttle began to appear in the distance. They are standing side by side, and here is the space shuttle. He says that when they got to him, he would descend a ladder from the space shuttle. They continued walking and caught up with the space shuttle. Suddenly, a ladder descended from under the space shuttle. My father was very scared at first, and the alien said that if you don't get on this ladder, you can't achieve anything. My father, frightened, walked up the ladder and got into the space shuttle. He had to somehow get the space shuttle back up and running. However, my father did not understand the space shuttle at all. While looking around, he suddenly saw the instruction manual in the corner. He reached out and took the instruction manual and began to read. He didn't understand much at first. After reading it, he gradually began to understand. It did what was said in the manual but still didn't work. He kept looking around and finally saw a yellow button in the corner. He clicked the button and the space shuttle started. While my father was looking at the alien with joy, he heard a sound and saw a meteorite falling. It was such a large meteorite that it made a huge hole in the ground. Meteorites continued to fall, and my father immediately took off the space shuttle and started accelerating. In the meantime, he had a lot of difficulty trying to pass through the meteorites and finally got the atmosphere. Now he was against the world and started to strive to reach the world. Only then did he see that the space shuttle had made an error. When he checked the gauges, he noticed that the space shuttle ran out of fuel. He was confused as to what to do and immediately looked around. He saw that there was a fuel station ahead and headed towards it. When he reached the station, he saw an alien waiting again, and he went to his and began to help is what had happened. After listening to the aliens, he told my father that it was his plane and that the alien my father was talking to was his brother. He immediately started putting fuel on the space shuttle. When the fuel of the space shuttle was completed, my father thanked him and set off. But there was something else he did not know. On entering Earth, the space shuttle would shatter and my father would have to jump with a parachute. When he entered the atmosphere, my father immediately got ready and jumped out of the space shuttle while the space shuttle was going fast. His parachute opened and he fell into the middle of the sea. He started swimming right away. When you reached the island, you immediately took off your clothes because you were soaked. While my father is thinking about the solution to get rid of the island, let's say goodbye to you. See you in chapter 3. Take care, guys. See you in the next chapter.